Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and with the outrageous and far, far too low Rotten Tomatoes score for one of my most highly anticipated movies of the year being just a 39%, why is that score getting lower? I thought, this is the golden opportunity to make why Rotten Tomatoes scores I disagree with part 2, as that's a video I did back in 2018 got a highly positive feedback, because we all know how Rotten Tomatoes makes these movie scores and thinks that their movie opinion is fact when it clearly isn't. It's okay to not be on the same boat as Rotten Tomatoes, and since my part 1 was for Rotten Tomatoes scores I disagreed with for 2018 movies, why don't I do the following year 2019 movies? 2019 is still my favourite year for films, so this should be a fun one for me. So without further ado, you want to know which Rotten Tomatoes scores of the last year of the 2010s decade that I disagreed with, then just keep watching. Toy Story 4's, I think, is, certainly too high. I mean, I like Toy Story for sure, but it is the weakest of the first four. Certainly doesn't deserve to be in the 90s like the original three, even if it does rightly have a lower score than the original trilogy. The first two Toy Stories being 100% and Toy Story 3 being 99%, but I especially disagree with it having a higher Rotten Tomatoes rating than How to Train Your Dragon 3 The Hidden World, my favourite movie of 2019, so I'd personally score Toy Story 4 a 70%. And Dark Phoenix, the most underrated and way too overhated and trashed installment of the X-Men franchise. For all the shit people give Dark Phoenix, it's really not that bad, at least to me. Like, I mean, New Mutants, that is the worst X-Men movie. And the X-Women line I also defend with a passion. It is not an anti-male line. It's a terrific female empowerment line that I hope one day inspires a movie titled X-Women. And I would personally rate it 65%, and Sophie Turner's performance certainly elevates it, even if I was too generous to it at the time, calling it the best X-Men movie, because it's not, it's no masterpiece, but I still enjoy it myself. And Frozen 2, my number one Disney sequel of all time, and there are more Frozen fans are certainly more male Frozen fans than people. The majority seem to favour the first Frozen, and each to their own. I think it is a vastly underrated follow-up that deserves the hype and acclaim that its predecessor got. So I think 77%. I mean, it's better than other Disney sequel. Rotten Tomatoes scores, at least it's not as low as Moana 2, but I personally rate it a 99%. Yes, I think it is that flawless. And even though Captain Marvel, my personal favourite in the MCU, and even though it got the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score of the three MCU movies of 2019, it's still far higher than you'd think, given that a lot of die-hard MCU fans have a unadulterated loathing for this film and its sequel, which I think is completely unwarranted. I personally rate the Marvels I personally score the Marvels a 95% rather than 79, but I'm at least happy its rating is not rotten. Why were critics mixed on It Chapter 2? Isn't I thought it was just as good, if not better, than Chapter 1, because the part of the story where the losers are adults, it is more engaging to me. 62%, I'm sorry, but that's harsh. I would say it's at least an 88% for me. And before you ask, do I think it's even better than the recent Stephen King adaptation, Weapons? Yes, I do. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, the epic finale to the Skywalker saga and the three Star Wars trilogies, got by far the lowest Rotten Tomatoes rating of the sequel trilogy at just 51%. Brutally low rating, and one I flat out disagree with. Sorry critics and Rise of Skywalker haters, but I'm rating it a 97%. It's still my favourite Star Wars movie, and I pray someday that the fans will come round to the sequel trilogy like they have begun to warm to the prequels. At least it wasn't as panned as as another blockbuster in December 2019, Cats, and Charlie's Angels. A phenomenal girl power movie that's with three charismatic leads and directed by Elizabeth Banks. So yeah, she should be proud of this movie. I love all her work, and I think 52% is BS. I'm rating it a solid 78%. Because I know it's not an anti-male movie like the haters make out. 52% for Jon Favreau's Lion King remake. Please, nah, it deserves nothing. It deserves a big fat fucking 0. How does this have a higher rating than Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald and The Secrets of Dumbledore? Never seen anything so ridiculous. How ludicrous is it that Joker, one of the best movies from 2019, only has a 68% from critics? So, thankfully the audience score is what is far higher and far more justified. Just think about that, an 11 Academy Award Oscar nominated film, a Best Picture nominated film, got a rating that low. That's unheard of. So I would rate it a worthy 90%. Well, at least it wasn't as trashed as its sequel, Joker Folie à Deux, which I still defend, by the way, and once I get to Rotten Tomatoes scores I disagree with 2024, Joker Folie à Deux will certainly be on that list. So that was the Rotten Tomatoes scores of 2019 I respectfully and personally disagree with, but if you are on the side of the critics and agree with those ratings, fair play to you, and I can't wait to hear your response to this video in the comments below. Well, I know you guys think of watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and which Rotten Tomatoes scores of 2019 movies did you disagree with, and thought Rotten Tomatoes were crazy for giving a certain movie from that year a rating that was too high or too low? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. I'll see you next time, when tomorrow I am at long last seeing a big, bold, beautiful journey, and I hope it is big, bold, and beautiful as the title suggests. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.